candy time. Get hyped up, it's candy time. It's candy time, it's candy time. Get hyped up, it's candy time.
All workers from all around are tuning in to watch this clown. He's serving up some really good food. Whole crowd, he's a radical dude. Consistent guy, such a fat cat. Call on the attack. All you people, stop your itching, cause little Timmy Pig Dick in this kitchen.
Zucchini boys, get hyped up, it's Zucchini boys, it's Zucchini boys, Zucchini boys, get hyped up, it's Zucchini boys, Zucchini boys, Zucchini boys, get hyped up, it's Zucchini boys, Zucchini boys, Zucchini boys, get hyped up, it's Zucchini boys.
Get fucked up, it's hoobastank, it's hoobastank, it's hoobastank. Get fucked up, it's hoobastank, hoobastank, it's hoobastank. Okay. Hi. Oh my god, what fucking year is it? Anyways, welcome to the Whitest Kids You Know Twitch channel. I'm Timmy Williams, and this is, as usual, my weekly cooking show, Zucchini Boys. First question, where the fuck have you guys been? I've been cooking. I've been doing it. Where were you? Oh, I didn't. That's right. Okay. That's right. Sorry. Yeah. It's been like 8 months? How long has it been? It's been a long fucking time. Welcome. Alright, that's it. I'm too nervous. Bark! 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 Oh fuck, there's no Barb anymore. I live in a house now. I bought it. An old man died, and I bought his house. And it was 2 doors away from where I used to live, which, if you've ever gotten to do that, it's a fucking great way to move. So amazing. And so this place, I'm not going to do a tour. You might see some other rooms at some point, but I'm not going to do a tour or anything. But, you know, so the guy lived here for, like, since the 60s, and he died, like, I don't know, about a year and a half ago. And so he took really good care of the place until he got old. Like, that's what you can kind of tell here. So it's a good place, you know. It's definitely not a fixer-upper, but there's stuff you I want to fix. The floor here's not great. The floor in the room right behind me, or behind this where the computer is, definitely needs to be replaced. But I've got a carpet in the front of the house put in, and there's a bitchin' den, which you guys have probably seen the paneling that I've used on, like, I've had it on self-suck on Trailer Boys. Even though I couldn't get my computer in there until now, my internet stuff, I was green screening. You could see the excellent wooden paneling. Anyways, it's a cool fucking joint. And what's cool is, like, you know, it's very 70s style. When I moved in, the carpet we just replaced a couple weeks ago was, like, older than me. I'm 42. That carpet was from the 70s, definitely, you know. And so, but I like moving into somewhere that this guy had his own sense of style. It's got weird shit in it a little bit. I love that. And, you know, I'm not moving into some cookie-cutter fucking tan place that used to say, live, laugh, love on the wall. You know what I mean? Like, this is like a guy fucking had his own thoughts and lived here, you know, which is really cool. So anyways, this is Zucchini Boys, and it's a cooking show. Now, today was going to be self-suck until, like, a few hours ago. Darren got COVID again. Zack's busy. Sam's got family stuff, so it's like, psh, and Darren's doing okay. Everybody's doing fine. Everybody's doing great. You know, we're doing great. Mars is coming along. Mars is getting done. I think the last little budgeting hurdle to finish animating it has been jumped, and we're still raising a little bit more to you know, finish up the audio mix and stuff like that, and submit to festivals. So on and so forth. But Mars is coming, and just so everybody understands, like, we don't know how it's coming out or where yet. Like, we independently funded it through y'all, right? So we, you know, if it was a thing where, like, Netflix was like, hey, you guys, you're as famous as Adam Sandler, right? We'd be like, sure. Okay, well, here's a bunch of money, you know. Make it for us. This isn't that. This is like, we want to make this shit the way we want to, and you guys want us to do that too, so everybody's helped us fund it, which is great. And so that just means we gotta fucking sell it. So that's part of like when I talk about submitting to festivals, that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll know more about when's it coming out and stuff. But I know people are champing at the bit, so am I. And people love to ask like, when's it coming out? Like, I don't know. Where's it gonna be? I don't know. But it'll definitely be somewhere. So that's all I got for you as far as that goes. And as soon as I finish, 10 people are gonna have the chat and be like, Mars? Question mark? As if that's a sentence, but we can fill it in later. All right. What else business? Don't be a dick to me. I don't do the normal, I don't know, saving face kind of thing. A lot of people on the internet think because they're anonymous and the person they're watching is not, that they can be a complete asshole. That person has to, take it. That's not how it works around here. So just don't be a dick. Trust me. I'm funnier than you, and I'm sassier than you, and I have more bloodlust than you. So just watch out. Anyways, I'm sure Nate's gonna fucking clip that, make me look like a butthole, but whatever. I do that anyways. Okay, so in short, TLDR, this is not a planned Zucchini Boys so much, but I made dinner tonight, and I made a recipe I think I've made on the stream before. Chicken and Middle Eastern chicken and chickpea stew. It's made in a cast iron. I got some smoked paprika that I put in it, and chicken and tomatoes and stuff. So I just ate that. Very good. Sprayed all over my chest and hair. I love it. I love that he did that. Anyways, so I already did that. But tomorrow's the Super Bowl. In my family, my parents just live 6 blocks from me, so my daughter and I are going to go over there tomorrow. And I don't give a shit about football that much. I think the sport needs a lot of changes before I even feel like an okay person watching it. But a lot of pro sports are that way. But football especially to me. So, anyways, we have a lot of snacks that we make. And one of them is Little Smokies. And what I'm going to do first, I do not have a sync cam, but there are other cams. But I do not have a sync cam, so what I'm doing first is, you can't even see me right now, but I am draining the little weenies because, in these pillow pack things, they collect water, and it's like a gross kind of hot doggy water. Oh my God, the hot dog guy said hot dogs! I bet he's off camera eating hot dogs with baked beans and root beer and blue hair and the rapist. Anyways, so I'm just draining them so I don't have all that gross shit everywhere because we don't need it. We're going to be putting other things in there, so. Alright, so these are very easy recipes. I'm making little weenies, and I'm making, I'm always going to beat you to it. And dancing in his underwear. Okay, next time make a joke, I'll reference all 500 sketches. I'm sorry. How dare I? Anyways, but so this one is based, both recipes are just to kind of get something hot and let it sit for a bit. And so I'm going to make them tonight, take them over to my folks tomorrow, and they'll be even better because they're both things like, we're going to make a sauce for the weenies, make a cheese dip thing, and so it's better when you can let it sit into it, I guess I got to keep draining weenies. Just did before the show too, you know what I mean? I went pee. I'm still here. So anyways, I live my own place now. And if you heard my voice crack, it's because I'm almost ready to hit puberty. And it fucking rules, man. It's, you can be fucking loud! Here, right? I'm gonna get so much louder now, Zucchini Boys, because you can't fucking stop me now. I don't have to worry about, sorry, Barb! I don't have to worry about, real people, just Barb, So, fucking rules. In fact, maybe every time I'll just end the show with, the most bitchin', loud, obnoxious rocker scream that I can, right? Puberty does not rule, sir. No, and, my daughter is this close to going through that shit, so I'm sure it's going to get real fucking interesting around here, but anyways. So, okay, let's get secondary camera action going a little bit, because this is fucking funny. Okay. is just an obscene image. I mean, it's not going to be TOS. Look at that fucking thing. Let's get a close-up on it, right? Oh my god. Perfect. Okay, secondary cam is still fucked. I know months ago it does this like thing, and it'll be okay eventually. I think it has to do with the cable, maybe. I don't know, but whatever. It's a little weird, but that's okay. But yeah, look at all those. Look at all those. So this is all you do with this. So look, there's still hot dog liquid draining out onto the plate. It's fucking disgusting. Okay, so anywho's, we're gonna. All right, everybody, get ready to masturbate, because look at this. Oh, right? Fuck. Okay. Now, all we're going to do with this, goddamn, that camera is really going crazy, isn't it? Let me see. It might be this USB cable, man. I don't know. It does look like a TikTok filter. I don't know. This camera is cheap and weird. I was getting it to, like, be better earlier. Maybe if... No, it's still fucked. Is that too close? Hey, is that too close, guys? Yeah, this does feel like I'm going to do something bad. Well, I think it's the way we're connecting, but also, look, once I move the camera, like, it hasn't fucking glitched once since I moved it. It's some cheap camera. I kind of like that it's fucked up. But yeah, it's some cheap camera. So about a year ago, many of you wonderful folks in Whoretown, Goobywood, whatever, Goobywood, Whoretown, Gooby Horse. Dude, that thing is fucking crazy. Dude, that's gotta take some fucking shit, dude. Anybody else? Mark Borchardt, American movie. Okay, I don't know, whatever. But, so weird. Okay, so, oh yeah, my ADHD has only gotten worse, so I'm like, don't even know what I was talking about anymore. Anyway, so what you do with the little weenies, that fucking image, because I'm looking at my monitor to make sure everything looks good, and that is fucking crazy. Yeah, now it's not glitching. I think when I have the camera aimed a certain way, it doesn't glitch. It's glitching a little bit. Anyways, so what you do with the little weenies is you get them going with barbecue sauce and grape jelly. There was a sale on barbecue sauce, so I got one good bottle, but then today I went back, I'm like, maybe I need more. Maybe I need more. Hold on. This camera should go down a little bit. Look at all that fucking barbecue sauce. Anyways, a shadowy figure in the weenies. Was it Jesus? And maybe I needed more. Okay. You think we got enough sauce, man? Okay, so what you do is you just like fucking... That needs to be done. Okay, we'll just go down there and... Fuck it, whatever. So, you do barbecue sauce, right? So I'll start with the nice barbecue sauce. And by the way, this is going to be a shorter show. I didn't plan it out. I normally used to make 3 things. I have these 2 things that are both really easy, but we'll do other stuff in between. I got some, I have to do a food sampling for something some nice people sent me. And, you know. Oh my God. We've already hit a snag. The plastic on this is too hard to open. That amount of barbecue sauce is set up of a Trevor Whitest Kid sketch. That amount of barbecue sauce is probably what Trevor would do if you told him to buy barbecue sauce. I remember when COVID started, you know, everybody was freaking out about toilet paper, and people around here were because most of the people here vote and live their lives as whatever the headlines say. So, Jesus, this thing is fucking stuck! Anyways. So during COVID, toilet paper, all that stuff. Where's that scissors? I just used it. Okay. During all that, you know, people were freaking out about toilet paper. In the meantime, I thought ahead and I bought a plunger because I'm like, well, shit, everybody's buying all this toilet paper, nobody's buying a plunger. So, anyways, there's the first bottle. So I bought the plunger, and then I was at the same store. And I noticed, like, they had a really good sale on laundry detergent. And I'm like, well, fuck, you know, need that too, right? It's on sale, it's on sale. So And then I kept walking around the store. They also had barbecue sauce on sale. So I had left telling my daughter, hey, I'm just going to pick up like a plunger. I came back with a plunger and 6 bottles of laundry detergent and 6 bottles of barbecue sauce. So she's like, Dad, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to fucking, be good. How do you wipe your ass with a plunger? It's for afterwards, you stupid piece of shit. Pun intended. Anyways. Okay, so there was the good barbecue sauce. Here comes some more barbecue sauce. I'm not going to need all those bottles, by the way. I think we're probably just about good, but we'll see. Eat better, take better shits. Man, you just can't do anything on the internet with know-it-alls just fucking spooging their fucking venomous, horrible poison cum all over you, can you? Anyways, so we're going to get that all in there. And I have been eating grape jelly too? What are you trying to say? Are you asking me, am I using grape jelly? Yeah, I'm about to talk about it. You just let me do this. I got you. Anyways, one of several reasons I hadn't done Zucchini Boys in a while is I got real fat and was self-conscious about it because that happens. And I have been losing a bunch of weight, so, it's only going to continue. But I'm sure I'm doing it wrong. So those 2 guys that told me my poop is incorrect will probably tell me how to lose weight. I'm sure it's in some fantastic fad way that makes you fucking miserable, like not eating cheese. Anyways, but I've lost 20 in a month, so suck my butt. But anyway, so that's the barbecue sauce. I don't know. I think those are good. I could do a little more sauce. Let's do a little more sauce. The sauce and the weenies is spelling Pazuzu. Yo, that's kind of what that camera's doing, right? It's kind of like in that scene in the first Exorcist when it like just cuts to that fucking grinning like demon face for like a fifth of a second, All right, this is a lot of sauce, so I think we're going to be okay sauce-wise. All right, so yes, as someone asked, grape jelly is another good old-school ingredient. However, there are many, many, many variations, and you might have seen, if anybody saw me promoting the show on Twitter, my good friend Andy Sell went on there and said, because he's a Midwestern boy as well, and like Iowa, then to LA, and then now he goes back in Minnesota again. But anyways, he told me that he would do raspberry jelly and chili sauce, which is a slightly spicier ketchup, you see. I think Heinz makes it too. Anyways, but so I just bought some fucking lame generic grape jelly because we don't really need the fancy stuff, right? Let me get something to get it out of there with. All right. Oh yeah. You want to talk about fucking pooping and glumping? Look at this. Now I've made these on the show before. I think I did a New Year's Eve snack thing? Maybe it was a Super Bowl snack thing. I think it was New Year's Eve. I know there's some nerds. People that are even nerds. There's even Zucchini Boys nerds, right? So anyways, I think it was for New Year's. Anyways, there's that. Cranberry sauce and chili sauce. See, that would work too. This is like, my mom told me to make it this way, and, little weenies, as we call them, were a big deal in my house. I'm the oldest of 6 kids. So when we would have them, even when Mom made this many, which is a lot, these are 4 packages worth, and they're not cheap. Well, nothing's cheap now, right? But anyways, Mom would make them, and then me and my brothers would be like, no fair, Tim got 8 and I only got 7. And my parents would say, all right, kids, stop counting weenies. And, that was 25 years ago or something, and now, probably longer. And now that's still like a slogan, a little saying in my family for when you're, worrying more about what other people have instead of appreciating what you have. If you worry about what other people are doing instead of just appreciating your own stuff, you're counting weenies, right? So, and I think I did too much sauce, but that's okay. I need to get a spoon rest over here. All right, so there's the base, right? Now I could just get these stewing and then get them warmed up and, let the flavor mix and everything. And then tomorrow, put them in the fridge tonight. Tomorrow, they'll be real good when I get over to my mom's and warm them up. But I like to fuck with shit. So what I normally do is I'll just go into the good old sauce cabinet. I have in my in the time since this second camera thing is driving me fucking insane. All right, so in the time since I last did this, I've only gotten more hot sauces. So there we go. We'll move the barbecue sauce. My daughter is gonna yell at me. She'll be like, "Dad, really? More?" She doesn't yell like that. She doesn't yell at me at all. She's very nice. Anyways, all right. What kind of hot sauces do we got? This, got that. This one. I know there's more. Oh, there's is Thunder Bunny in the chat? Thunder Bunny is a member of Whorestown who sent me a bunch of cool groceries last year, and I never tracked them down to say thank you. But anyways, they gave me some hot sauce too that I think is in the fridge. Yeah. No atomic hot? No, I like to enjoy hot sauce. All that fucking atomic, Da Bomb stuff that someone just asked about. No, I threw that away. That stuff's bullshit. All right, that is fucking stupid. It's like, oh, we're just gonna make it. What we should do is I think the world's biggest problem right now is that food isn't painful. So we should make eating painful. Yeah, it's not fun. As soon as you put a drip of that stuff in your mouth, you're like, I wish I hadn't done that. You know what I mean? It's not cool. You know? It's not fun. And you can tell Slater, Brennan, okie doke W. Try to say okie doke. I feel like people are getting sensitive, which means they're about to call me sensitive, because that's how that works. Okay. Anyways, there's a good amount of hot sauces there, but so I like to put a little hot sauce in here. Sriracha would be weird. We're not going to do that. I forget what this stuff that Thunder Bunny sent me. I forget what this is like. Spiceful, not spicy. Bell's a very good way to put it. Domino's Fleet. Okay, so back, Whitest Kids, all five of us were streaming, and that night, it was Halloween a couple years ago, we did, 2020, we did the hot sauce thing, and I ate a whole bunch of it one night. The next day, it was like New Year's when I was 23, New Year's Day, day after New Year's Eve, level hungover. I was just dried up. I was fucked up. You know what I mean? I got some Jay and Silent Bob hot sauce and some Twisted Sister hot sauce. Now, did they really have anything to do with that? Or is that one of those things where they just some company makes hot sauce, you can put your label on it like Trader Joe's? So Hellfire Detroit, Chili Pepper Fresno, Scoville. So this is pretty hot, I think, but I forget. It might even not be good anymore. It's been sitting there a long time, but I don't know. But these babies are what we like to put in there for sure. So Frank's, I always put a little Frank's in there. Frank's. Oh God! There's a dry chunk of Frank's stuck in there, and so it made some shit. You know how sometimes dudes in the morning with your pee boner, people with dicks, listen, sometimes, and other people that don't have dicks, that's fine too, check it out. Sometimes, and I used to do stand-up about this, but when you wake up and you have a pee boner, right? Pee boners are fucking terrible, right? And sometimes but the thing is, it's a boner, but it hurts, because it's not let's get fucking. It's because it's filled, it's you gotta piss so bad that you have a boner, right? It's a whole blood thing, sucks. And so it's and it's a big, it's your biggest boner too, right? And so then you have to go to the toilet like this and kind of aim over it because it's all hard. You're trying to and sometimes everything's so fucked up there because you got to pee so bad that it sprays a little like that, right? The way I explained it on stage was, if you first of all, yes, women have way more things going on with their bodies than men do that they have to deal with, and men are always going to be lucky in that avenue, right? We have a lot less shit to deal with. However, people with vaginas specifically do not have to deal with pee boners. And I think the worst thing about pee boners is, and this is how I described it on stage, basically you start off your day by being you start off your day by getting betrayed by your best friend. Right? You start your day like, sweet a boner, ah! You know, fucking sucks. So, anyways. I heard that splitting pee stream is because of dry leftover jizz. Maybe, I have no idea. I just know that the thing sucks and that when we eventually cure cancer and AIDS, let's do pee boners. Okay. Anyway, so there's some Franks. Now this is some stuff I just bought to make some hot chicken thighs recently. It's not actually that spicy at all. It's Thai sweet chili sauce, which has a little kick but also a little sweetness. Now there's already a lot of different things going on here. Obviously barbecue sauce, but also grape jelly, right? So there's already sweetness and spiciness. So we'll mix all that together. And I'm gonna go raid the spice cupboard again. What else can we put in here? I like to put garlic powder in. That was a lot of garlic powder. I think I accidentally took off the sprinkle thing on that one. Anyways, this kitchen seems much better for streaming. Yeah, you know, it's not like you're not like bottlenecked in. You know what I mean? It's like a little cooler and different. And so one of the technological issues was just like the way they hooked up my internet's way over on the other part of the house, in the office where I stream when I do, you know, self-suck or Trailer Boys. And so getting, you know, I have wireless, obviously. I'm not a fucking caveman, but, sorry, Bob! Yo! But I want a good internet. So I wanted to get a cable here. And so, you know, it's one of those things where you can talk to your techie friends and you can look on the internet and you're going to get some sort of fucking complicated, ridiculous solution. In heavy quotes, the word solution. And so instead, I just went and bought like the longest fucking Ethernet cable I could. And so every time I do Zucchini Boys, I'm just going to wire this fucking 50-foot cord through my house. And it's fine. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if you're ever wondering what I'm eating, it's what we're making. It's right there on the upper... Is that left? I have to point to my right, but right there. There. Anyways. And I can't move that graphic because there's a bunch of titties and dicks right there, and so then we'd be TOS. There's a bunch of boobs. That's why I bought the house. There's like a wall of boobs right there. It's really cool. Oh yeah. Just touch some boobs in the middle of cooking. Really, really eases your mind. Erdo Tali says, I imagine after you moved, your daughter was like, oh God, now Dad's going to be as loud as he wants on the internet. Also, yes, but also off the internet. When she wakes up in the morning, and I wake her up for school, as soon as she's like, I'm a quick waker upper, like I'm up and I'm fine, you know, but so she's quick like that, she maybe is a little longer, gets a little grumpy, and so as soon as I know she's okay, then I'm just over here like, yeah, all the time, you know, so it's just terrible. Okay, so these weenies are gonna taste so good. And I put so much sauce, they're gonna be so saucy. Okay, so anyways, they're ready to go on the thing. And I'm gonna change cameras. Oh, holy shit, did I just break? What did I just break? Oh, I just fucking broke the bottom of this camera pad. How the fuck did I do that? Anyways, this camera is, I don't know. This camera, well, yeah, I started a story 15 other abandoned stories ago. I'm very excited to be doing this. I'm also hopped up on goofballs. I fucking hate these things. Okay. Anyways, so a year and a half ago, Nate and Zack and Darren and Sam decided, you know how they all like think I'm an idiot because I don't live by water? They decided my computer wasn't good enough, and they and a bunch of Whitest Kids fans got together and got me a new computer and some new gear and this camera. And I already have a good camera, that's this one, but they've got me the secondary camera, which is great because I can do weird shit with it. But if you were watching any of my streams this summer when I was playing the Doom games, which I'll get back to that, by the way, I would cut to the second camera with my frog. What is his name? Chew Frogga. My frog statue just kind of hanging out. I think Chew Frogga is over in the movie room. I think that's where I ended up putting him. Next to a very large porg. Anyways, I was kidding about the costas thing. I mean, no, they're costas as fuck. They honestly think I'm less than them just because of where I was born. But that was not why they got everybody together to do the computer stuff. That was a great move, and I'm very, very happy they did that, and it fucking rules. So, anyway, so this camera was part of that. The camera, obviously, not fantastic, but that's okay. It's still very good, and I'm gonna get it set up here for my next trick. So, how did I do this when I was setting this up earlier? Was it like that? No, that wouldn't have been it. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, I bet it was like this. It was like this. It was like this. I bet it was like this. Yeah. Oh, shit. No, that's not going to be it either. I don't know. I can't remember how I had it set up. So, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I think I did... Jesus Christ. I think I did this. Okay. That feels right-ish. Nah. There. We'll go back to dads on the internet. Wait, hold on. This doesn't count as a dads on the internet thing. I'm not muted. I'm not suddenly not there or anything. I'm just fucking MacGyvering this camera thing and not doing a good job, Oh, here we go. That's how I did it before. Yes? Sure. Okay. No SSS this weekend. Man, and I know JSBX was just replying to someone else, but what was their first clue? Okay, how's this? Do. There's one burner in my feet. That is not what I want you to see. Oh shit, there's my profile. No thanks. Okay. How the fuck did I do this before? I don't remember. I think it was like this. Yeah, I think that's it. Maybe. Probably not. We'll find out soon. Ooh, that seems tenuous at best. Dude, okay, and I am working on getting a better camera set up for this kitchen stuff, but I had it, motherfucker. Maybe this is it. No, that can't be right. Okay, so there's that. Well, my fucking body is in the way. Okay, so I want it like that. Right? I think I did that. That looks pretty good, but maybe I did this. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, that kind of works, right? Sure. There we go. Okay, this I can work with. All right, here we go. Showtime. All right, babes. Fucking bullshit. Dude, I spent so long today getting this figured out, and now I have no fucking clue what I did. That looks pretty fine. All right. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, cool. And it's going to glitch and be annoying anyway. So, now we're going to turn on the weenies. We'll put it up around, I don't know, a little over medium. A little past medium, maybe medium high, I guess. If you have a stove... Oh, shit, I got barbecue sauce in my kitty mouse pad. If you have a stove that goes up to 9 like mine, it's at 6.5 or 7 right now. Who wants empty little dick bags? Alright, so it's time for a stunt. You guys ready for stunts? Hey, now it's not glitching. I guess I shouldn't have said anything. There is smoke coming up from the bottom of the burner though, so that's fun. This one has this stove has on the hood has an adjustable fan. Okay, stunt time. Now I want people to be paying attention because I think there's going to be a good gif, a good gif out of this. This is going to be gif worthy. So get ready for gifs, okay? I feel like I'm on a morning show cooking segment. Yeah, you know. But like morning show for like weird assholes like us who don't do mornings, you know? Okay. So, next I'm gonna get Rotel dip going, alright? And, you know, since the weenies aren't doing much, we're gonna go back to big camera. Are you a morning person? I mean, I wake up in the morning because I have to, but I don't know if I'd say I'm a morning person. I'm a person in the morning. Yes, I'm making little Timmy pig dicks. But, you know, people who aren't obsessed with me call them little smokies. Okay, so, Rotel dip. Shout out in the chat if you've had Rotel dip. It is a fucking, probably Midwestern, but just American tradition. Who are you rooting for tomorrow? For the game to be over so I can go home. I don't give a shit about football. Anyways. So Rotel dip is cheese and peppers and tomatoes. And not just any cheese, okay, it's not cheese. It's not cheese. It's already threw the box away. What do I do? I gotta go back. Okay, I'm still here. Okay, because we need to read, I mean, you guys know me. I keep things simple when it comes to cooking, but I also don't like, I like to eat generally, I like to make, you know, all kinds of stuff. When I'm making snacky, not as good for you stuff, I still like to use good ingredients, but there's a certain thing with Velveeta for this, so that's why I use it. It says, what is it? It's a pasteurized recipe cheese product. Sure, that's safe. Put it in your fucking stomach, you assholes. So all you do, you get this open. I forget how you get it open. What's the best way to get it open? Okay. Okay, so, you know, I guess you know, people want me to have some kind of football opinion because, I don't know. I suppose if I had to choose a team, I'd go Eagles just because, I mean, Philly's dumb and everyone who lives there is dumb, but, honestly, it's just that the Chiefs have won enough, right? They're fine. So, look at that. Look at, hold on. Oh, yeah. All right, so what you do is you chop it. Spoiler. What you do, it was supposed to do, is you're supposed to cut it into little chunks, and then we take these cans of peppers, and we, here, I'll put it back here now. We take these cans of peppers, and we kind of warm it up and get it all melted together, and it's gooey, and it's delicious, and it's great with chips, and some people put meat in it. I'm not going to do that. However, you normally use a knife to cut the Velveeta into cubes. And I'll probably have to resort to that shortly. But as a lot of you may know, I love martial arts. I watch a lot of kung fu movies. I watch a lot of more modern martial arts movies like Indonesia and you know, British British hunk who's good at kicking, Scott Adkins, a lot of stuff. So, Jordy says, I'm team CTE specialist. They're going to have a good career. Yeah. Ain't that the truth, buddy? So, I love martial arts. I love making cheese dip. Here we go. I wish I had some music. Iko, yeah. Is that how you say his name? I don't know, Rosaju, but it's good. Here we go. Ready? Drum roll, please. I used to have a katana. I don't have one anymore. Real quick, because you know me, popcorn brain. I think a katana is a bad thing to not know where it is anymore, right? Like, you shouldn't lose that. Like in the first Ninja Turtles movie back in the early 90s, Raphael loses one side and he's real upset about it. I should be more upset about not knowing where my katana is. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. I need to center. I need to hydrate. I honestly think I lost that katana in my divorce. The things I lost in my divorce are very strange. I lost a KitchenAid mixer, which an anonymous Hortown member replaced a couple of years ago, and so I'll always be thankful to them. But and I lost my katana. Here we go. Ready? People coming in now are really confused. No one tell them what's happening because it says it right there. So if they can't read it, fuck them. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ah! Fuck yeah, I did it! Look at that! Hell yeah, I cut it! My hand hurts a little. Let's do it again. Ready? Okay, now I'm just starting to mush it. I don't want to just mush it, right? So, I think we're going to stop. Oh, that was good though. But please, I mean, if anything, I should have had the second camera on that, but that's okay. If anything has ever needed to be a gif of me, that would be it. So these are starting to bubble. And man, the color, I don't know. Here's the problem with this cheapy camera. Now I have no problem abusing it. Right now I have it like hooked by a clothespin to the hood of my oven, so fuck it. But it's also like, obviously the color on it is weird. Whenever I have it plugged into a USB extension, it gets all glitchy like it is right now. And sorry, I just Men in Black myself. Okay. How do you change this? I forget. Is it this? Oh yeah. Does that? Oh, that does help, doesn't it? Okay, but it's flashing and stuff, and the camera's glitching, so that just is insane. So we're not gonna do that. Ooh, that probably helps. There, that helps the color. Now, if we just get the goddamn thing to stabilize and stop being so fucking glitchy. I think I can hear it. A weird early 2000s music video, you know? And yeah, I'm gonna sound old. Fuck it. They really, if you want to talk about something that they don't make them like they used to. Fucking music videos, right? I mean, do they even still do them? I know that, like, I guess I know they do. All right, but I guess when Tay-Tay for the Swifties came out with one, you know, she made a music video, whatever. But you know. Andrew from the West Coast, who made me a very beautiful vegetable knife that I use all the time on Zucchini Boiz, will maybe be happy to know I'm not using it to cut Velveeta. Maybe he'd be unhappy to hear that. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to get this bubbling a little bit more and then turn down the heat. Meanwhile, this fucking mess that I made messier, and really I could have even frozen this cheese, you know, or cheese product, sorry, before I cut it. I actually want to look up real quick, make sure. Here, you know, I talk about, like, it's a very simple recipe, but I still, like, because of my fucking anxiety and everything, like, I'm like, no, it's gonna be wrong if you don't look at the directions. The directions are literally, like, cut this up and melt it and eat it, shithead, but I still need to look, you know? Dr. Wumpus Grumpus, very funny, very funny. Oh, man, 1-8 hot dogs a day healthy. How'd you even think of that? How did you think of that? Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. Okay. Do you ever go to Minnesota? What the fuck is Minnesota? Okay. Yeah, I have family there. It's a better state than this one in a lot of ways. Yeah, I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. Okay. Famous queso. Oh, this recipe says you should microwave it. I'm not a fucking pussy, okay? Alright. He needs to quit about worrying about other people's weenies. Are you talking about me, or are you talking about the person who referenced the hot dog sketch because they didn't know that I would be merciless about it? So you're talking about me. Fuck you. I would use a double boiler. I didn't ask you. What I'm going to do, if I was making this tomorrow, I'd make it at about, you know, when's the game start? I don't know. I would make it like a couple hours before and put it in a crock pot, you know. But what I'm going to do, because I made this on New Year's Eve and it was delicious the way I did it, I am going to just put it in a good old pan. And once I get everything cut up and peppers open, I'm going to put it in there. Timmy, if you could yell more, I think the librarian loves it. So I do live pretty close to the library, and maybe we should make that a goal on a future episode of Zucchini Boys to get me, for me to be so loud that the library that is like 6 blocks away is like, sir, people are trying to read. But that'll never happen because I'm the only person that reads at the library anymore. I just went there to read a book once a couple years back, and there was a dude with his laptop video chatting. Okay, a little stupid, but whatever. But he didn't have headphones on. And he was talking at full volume. So he was like, yeah, that's great, what do you think? And then you could hear the other person's full fucking conversation. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? There's too many things happening. What is Bic I'm talking about for the gentle melt? Oh, you're talking about double boiler. Yeah, well, that's fine. You do you. I'll do this because I know it works and it's easy. And, 12 hours ago, I didn't know this would be happening. So, sorry I didn't buy the right appliances. So, you're just talking? All right, I love you. You're good. You're good stuff. Libraries are for watching porn and that's it. You know what? Okay, that comment from Bidet to You needs to be saved and preserved in bronze so that future generations can look at it, because I know that you're just making a joke. However, I am a language fan and a reading fan and a writing fan, and it is very, very funny to me that you said libraries are for watching porn and that's it, using the incorrect form of libraries. That is not how you do pluralizations. You only use apostrophes for possessive and for contractions. Like the whole world, like 15, 20 years ago, the whole world decided, hey, let's just start doing pluralizations incorrectly. It's so crazy. But anyways, libraries, if you're talking about more where they want, is L-I-B-R-A-R-I-E-S. You know? So, but anyways, I think it's funny that you were making a joke about libraries only being good for porn, and then while exemplifying why people do still need libraries for the original reason. So I like that, you know? English class, boys. You know, I don't even think it's English class. I think it's like, what if you just fucking took time to think about what you're doing? And I'm not yelling at this one particular person about this. This is now a general rant. It's like, it just happens all the time, and it's like, you guys just fucking consider what you're doing for a second. Like, and you know, like whenever I see like professionally made banners and signs for things that have like that particular error on it, it's like, oh my god, did nobody look at this? I would have ain't never known. But that's like better grammar than what that is though. What you just did. When self-suck? Well, you're not gonna know for at least 10 minutes. Nah, I won't time them up. It's not happening tonight. That's why this is happening. Sorry, I'm not good enough. Probably one of those weird alt-right fans that doesn't like me. So, I'm just doling out the assumptions and rudeness. Anyways. Why do people even watch... Oh, when do I suck myself? I don't know. I am trying to lose weight right now, so maybe I'll get back to self-sucking shape. You know. Why do people even watch porn in libraries? Okay, do people watch porn in libraries? I mean, is that going on? When was. How do you cook dried beans, Timmy? I have not figured that out. It was actually right around 2 years ago. I did a Valentine's Day stream for the fans. And so, for people who don't know, when we made White as Kids, I was not just drawn and given breath of life by a spell. I was a person before that. And then after White as Kids ended, I've also been a person since then who does other stuff. And, but during the show, I made some sketches that really, we made a lot of fun sketches. And some of the sketches that I was in really stick with people in a way, so that anytime I say anything about anything on the internet at all, there's always at least one guy, what about hot dogs? And it's like, all right, you know. And the thing is I like to play that up and give them shit for it because because let's be honest, it's like, really, we did hundreds of sketches. You can only think of that one to reference to me. But also, you know, I like to just give people shit about it. But, I mean, you know, and I've said this a million times, but the truth is, I'm really, it's flattery. And I'm glad that people love the show enough to, you know, constantly say one thing over and over for the rest of my life. Yeah. So, it's cool. Or they'll do the beans thing, you know, which is fine. But, anyway, so one time for Valentine's Day, I was like, fine, you fucking morons. Here is Timmy plays it for the fans, Zucchini Boys. And so I did a Zucchini Boys where I made hot dogs and I made root beer floats, because really, I'm more like Trevor wrote that sketch because I was fat, and he didn't have a good understanding of fat people because he's one of those big tall jerks that gets to eat whatever they want and just be a big tall jerk all the time. So he's like, well, if you're fat, that just means you eat a lot of hot dogs. No, it means you eat too much, period. I actually don't eat too unhealthily. It's just that at night I'll eat too much. Anyways, but so that's what the sketch is about, right? And I'm not really like that. I don't eat a lot of hot dogs. I'm going to eat a lot of little hot dogs. That's what I'm making. But, you know. And I'm also not a sex worker like baked beans, although maybe sometimes I am. But I am a lot like the root beer guy in my normal life. So. But anyways, so I made, we did an all White as Kids pandering recipes, and so I did beans. And the point of this whole rambling ass story is that someone asked cooking dry beans. Well, I tried to make baked beans using dry beans and doing a whole method, and it didn't work. And I don't think I was on the show, I did this on the show, but later, a few months later or something, I made the same recipe with canned beans, and it was terrific, so I'll do that again. But anyways, it was not good. So, in short, when you ask me, Timmy, how do you cook dry beans? I don't, because I haven't figured that shit out yet. And yes, the second camera does look like one of those weird IFC interstitial kind of things in between shows. You're right. Or like Adult Swim, didn't they used to do shit like that too? Anyways, normally it doesn't take me this long to cut the cheese. Where does he come up with this? You fucked your hand up on a bakery oven. Yikes. That doesn't sound good at all. Yeah, I'll figure out the dry beans someday. Thank you, Elmazel, for your support. The camera effect makes this an edgy cooking show. Yeah, should I start singing like early 2000s fucking nu metal? Falling in my skin, these hands are not so real. Right? Alrighty, so the hot doggies, little weenies, are, they're bubbling. They smell terrific. Bet you motherfuckers wish Twitch had a smell cam, right? I wish, I bet you guys wish Twitch had a fucking steady cam. That is crazy. I really need to do something about that. Anyways. You should put that cam in black and white, make it grainy. You are not wrong. Alright, so, and I'm going to make sure to wash off this cutting board and knife right now because that would not, this Velveeta shit is not going to be pleasant to get off if I let it dry. You know what I mean? It's already sticky. Jesus Christ. I would love to get a sink cam and just do a dishes stream. I do a lot of dishes here, and I'll explain why in a moment. I might have mentioned it on like Self-Suck or something, but so at my apartment, the Barb apartment, I had a dishwasher. Dishwashing machine, right? And I have one here. It's right there, but it's not hooked up, and I'm not gonna mess with that shit. So I just hand wash all my own dishes. So this is like getting. You can maybe see this, but the weenies are getting all kind of gooey and frothy, and yeah, it's good. I'm gonna turn that down though. They're probably okay. All right, let's go back over here. I didn't have the heat on the cheese yet, so okay. So. Rotel, Motel, Holiday Inn. There are actually hot dogs this time. No, there's not. They are little weenies. They're different. Fucking read a book. Anyways. Buffalo chicken cheese dip in lieu of Rotel, yeah. I think I made, my sister loves to make this one kind of dip that I think I made on stream back when I did that, like New Year's Eve snack stuff. But, what it is, it's Reuben dip. And it is like a lot of corned beef, cream cheese, and like Swiss cheese, and 1,000 Island dressing. It's fucking crazy. Which book would that be again? The book of being super sensitive all of a sudden on the internet. I say read a book about stuff that's not in books like all the time. I love doing it. What's up, Mythic? How you doing? So, God damn it. I need to get this thing out of there. The lid went down the wrong way. Am I planning on playing Hogwarts Legacy? No, fuck that. J.K. Rowling sucks. And, you know, Harry Potter is I'm a little aged out of it. I did read all the original books. I've seen some of the movies. I just don't care about it, you know? And then she became a fucking turf piece of shit, and so fuck her. Anyways. So, if I can avoid something I'm not that into while also not give money to a piece of shit, cool. So no, I won't be doing that or anything else involving Harry Potter. My daughter does like it a little bit. I'm sure, you know, that'll continue, but she's also into a lot of other stuff. And, you know, there's one good thing about joining the clan Rowling is that she opened the door for that kind of writing, you know, series and stuff. And so a lot of other people who are not assholes have started making, you know, fun fantasy series. So I think that's great. And so Margaret's kind of getting into that stuff. I just came up with that, by the way. Join the clan Rowling. This camera's getting worse. This is fucking nuts. All right, hold on. Elmozelle, you're right. You know, and Daniel Radcliffe has said that as much, like, that, you know, if Harry Potter means a lot to you, it could still mean a lot to you just because of one dickhead, you know. Yes, it's the dickhead that created it, but, you know, if you get bummed out by that, it's also okay to be bummed out by that, but, you know, if the series means a lot to you, it can still mean a lot to you, I think, is the main point, you know. But for me, it's like I never really cared anyways, and my kid, like, likes a bunch of other stuff, so she doesn't seem too concerned about Harry Potter, so I'm just not really, no. And I don't like a lot of video games based on other stuff, generally. Like, you know, that kind of stuff. I mean, how often are those games actually any good? You know, there's a couple really good Star Wars games. You know, wasn't there like a Chronicles of Riddick game that people said was good? I don't know. It's really funny to mention Chronicles of Riddick ever. I'm going to turn this camera off because it's making me want to die. I really wish I remembered how to fucking fix it. Should I just put it right here? Upside down crotch cab, alright. Oh fuck! What happened here? Okay. Those brown glossy cylinders look great and haunted. Thank you. So I am gonna see if they're done. J-Dog and the Boy says, what style hot dog we doing today, Timmy? Boiled or microwave? I don't know. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to when I decide whether to boil or microwave my hot dogs, J-Dog, I'm gonna put a number of dice in my hand equal to the number of originality points you get for referencing hot dogs, and then I'm gonna roll them, and then we'll decide. But that's 0 because I'll have 0 dice in my hand. The haunted stove cam? Yeah, it had a je ne sais quoi, I'll admit. But it also, like, seeing it, I have ADHD and anxiety, and seeing things like that isn't good for me when I'm trying to do other stuff. So, anyways. Let's see if this is any better. When I make a camera, you say you better. Panini Meanie says, I think I have cocktail weenies in my chest freezer. I should investigate. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see what this does. Let's see things. Huh? And I already forgot how I put this on here again. So we're going to be doing that whole thing again. Oh my god. What sounds? Oh, so now it's just not working at all. Alright, hold on. We're going to do a fix here. I gotta go over here. I'm still 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 here. Am still here. Am still here. Am still here. Am still here. Okay, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, it's even worse! Why? Why? Look at that! That's fucking crazy! That's almost, you know what? I almost like that better. Like, let's make it even worse, right? And also, how did this moved? Everything got fucked up. Alright. Yo, is the cord crossing a power cord? No, it's not. It's just there. It's this connection, man. I think if I hold it steady somehow, I don't know. It's always been like that. That camera is cheap and weird. Just slap a seizure warning on it. Yeah. Okay. Well, no, we're obviously not going to be doing that. That's fucking crazy. I'll figure it out. A long time ago, when I would stream the video games, I would do a second camera on my frog guy, and it was never fucking nuts like that. So I don't know, man. But I will still be able to show y'all progress here. All right. I don't want to burn the hot dog or the whatever. Just fucking call them hot dogs so you can feel superior, you little shits. Anyways. Domino's Fleet says, Timmy, I hate to tell you this, but your house might have demons. I would know. I'm an expert. Do trolls know that much about demons? Okay. It's a little caramelized. That's what it smells like. Timmy the Who Beans and Honey Cam? Are you referencing that like fucking horror movie that's coming out? Miniature dogs and miniature buns. Wouldn't that be fucking funny? No, you eat these with toothpicks, mon frères. If I could find mine. Or I could use a corn on the cob thing. Let's do that. I don't even think these are warm yet, but the liquid is warm, but I don't know. Timmy, can you put a link to Zach's new script on the screen? You know, had we done self-suck tonight, I was definitely counting on making some sort of joke about that. Okay, everybody. Oh, this is way too close. I don't know. Whatever. Here's these. I'm going to use the corn on the cob sticker. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Woo! They are hot in the middle. Essentially, all you want when you're doing these, the little weenie things are pre-cooked. Everything else is grape jelly, barbecue sauce, and some spices. So you're not worried about, like, food temp or raw stuff. You know, so you're just getting it warmed up. It's very hot, actually, right in the middle of a winter. Making it hot for top 20. Oh. Okay. No problem. Powerload says, you have so many drawers and cabinets, how do you know where anything is at? Great point. So, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? See that lit door back there? It's a whole other room of fucking more cupboards. I have cupboards inside of the kitchen and cupboards inside some of those. What's in the bathroom? I'd say cupboards. And guess what? Laundry room, cupboards too. Here's what I have in most of my cupboards. All that's up here is a tiny thing of whiskey. Nothing is up here because I'm too fucking short. Isn't it fun when there's someone who is basically a hobbit? Has to find out how to get up to these motherfucking cupboards. So I put jars in the freezer, get them all frosty. Then I just take this. This is stuff. Can I do this? Yeah, I can do this, right? Knob Creek. And, you know, for those of you still in your 20s, especially early 20s, this is going to be gross to you. You're going to think, why isn't he putting some sort of soda in his drink? Why is he not making it cold? Because it's all you need, baby. You just need a little, you know? And you just, I don't even need to use a cold cup. This stuff's pretty good, you know, Knob Creek. But, anyways. Nothing like tiny little hot dogs and tiny little glasses of whisk, right? You're right, Hedgesicle. Let me tell you guys a funny story in a moment. Oh, man. I haven't drank whiskey in like a while. Probably New Year's. Boner Honk Farts is very funny. And I don't think she ever means anything she says. But she just said, add the weenie juice and call it a little whiskey dick. Why, in my mind, it's like, maybe that's not totally horrible. I mean, maybe it's like good. Okay. Puts a little hair on your throat. Chest. Your chest throat. Add a whole weenie to get a little whiskey pig dick. You know what? So people don't know about almost 2 years ago already. Holy shit. That was April, because I got the vaccine right around April 1st. And my girlfriend at the time and I were watching April Fool's Day. And I felt sick from the shot, so I didn't go on self-suck that night. And I got a phone call, and I'm like, hold on, I gotta pause the movie. And they were asking me, they're like, hey, we got you a new nickname, Little Timmy Pig Dick. And I was like, yeah, I love it. And so some fan on, I know they posted it on the Reddit, made like, you know, because I'm also like a ska guy, they made a ska song. He had a little Timmy Pig Dick and two great big balls and like something about me working at Pizza Hut or something. I can't remember, but it was really funny. I never worked at Pizza Hut. but I did work at Papa John's, or I worked at Domino's for the summer after high school. I worked at Papa John's for about 2 weekends until I figured that the cops were following me to my friends' house parties and busting them. Because both weekends I worked at Papa John's, I delivered pizza that my friends ordered and paid for, delivered pizza to the house party, and both times, 2 weekends in a row, right after I left, they got busted. You know? One Soul, Third Son. Timmy, what do you think the biggest difference is between horror movies today and previous decades? I don't watch a ton of new horror movies, and Zack's is kind of an outlier to me because Zack's doesn't over-explain anything and it isn't pretentious, which I feel like is two things that some horror movies were having problems with. But I do think newer horror movies are starting to kind of like relax and have fun and not over spoon-feed their audience. Zack's is an example. Malignant. Now, Malignant does explain everything, but the thing they're explaining is so fucking ridiculous. And I haven't seen Megan yet, but I'm sure it'll be like that. Orphan First Kill is great like that. So, I think one of the big things about older horror movies that I fucking love, like Hammer movies and then Tobe Hooper movies especially, like Texas Chainsaw or The Funhouse. I couldn't finish Eaten Alive. I was just too scuzzy feeling. Maybe I'll give it another shot. Anyways, those movies were so good. Older horror movies were so good at fucking tone. Like, this Vincent Price movie is scary because, yeah, it's based on a cool Edgar Allan Poe story, but it's just like they're in a cool castle. And by saying this, I'm referencing like 7 movies. Like, Vincent Price did a whole bunch of Edgar Allan Poe movies. Anyways, so, they get a cool castle, and they're, like, there, and it just looks great, and everything's creepy, and that's where the horror comes from, and it's great, I did not see The Menu yet. I really want to. Skinamarink is very divisive. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, kind of gothic horror movies. The Hammer horror movies, I love Hammer Studio horror movies. I love their version of Dracula. Maybe even more than Bela Lugosi. Here, we can edit that part, put something not controversial coming out of my mouth. Also, the version of the Wolfman is not better than the old Universal version. Their version of the Mummy is a lot more fun, I think. And their version of Frankenstein's pretty good, too. Anyways, that's something that I just said. Mm-hmm. Alright, so I nixed the idea of the second camera today. We'll get it fixed eventually. The cheese is not done yet. I have it cooking on very low heat, okay? But we'll get a little look at it. Oh yeah, it's starting to get kind of, you can still see chunks of cheese, but you can tell. I mean, obviously, when I say I'm making queso, everybody know, or like, cheese dip, whatever. People know what it's going to be, but I think it is fun to watch it happen. The Orphanage, man, I saw that on kind of like a date when it came out a million years ago, right? It's like older, early 2000s maybe. And we were the only people in the theater, and it was, I don't even remember. Maybe it wasn't a date. I can't remember. Anyways, I saw it a long fucking time ago. And it was at the Sunshine Cinema in New York, RIP. And every experience I had at the Sunshine Cinema was singular in a way. This one, it was me and a girl, we went, and we were the only people there, and, we were like, oh, we could mess around, but we didn't, because the Orphanage was so fucking good, Another time I went there with a friend of mine, we went to see Ghostbusters on film at the Sunshine Cinema, again, early 2000s, maybe 2007 or 8, maybe, I don't know. But we went, and during a part where Slimer is fucking shit up in the original Ghostbusters, about 3 rows behind us, a water pipe burst, and all this fucking, I don't know if it was clean water or sewer water, but all this water came out of the ceiling and, like, drenched this poor woman. Like, during a ghost pop. So she's something here, like Slimer or whatever ghosts are flying around in the movie. Then you hear a, like, chunk, ah! And everyone's like, what the fuck? And yeah, the ceiling, like, something burst open and just fucking drenched this girl, And then another time at this movie theater, this was a few years later when I was married, we went to, it was a film screening of Raiders of the Lost Ark. I was so fucking stoked. And these two wasted dudes sat right next to us and talked so loudly the entire fucking movie. You know? Oh, it's terrible. Fuck those guys still. That was like 15 years ago. Fuck those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Any dry Slimer stories? That's good. I just like stirring my cheese. Oh, you want to talk about what's that? ASMR? What do you guys always say that I do? ASMR, AMSR, ARMS? No, that's arms. Okay. Oh, that was good. Sexy kitchen stories. One's happening right now. Okay, someone said Troll 2 is a cinematic masterpiece. More stories! So, two friends of the Whitest Kids who, we always did shows with them, perform with them. We love these guys. Quin, who I think he got heavily involved with Stranger Things. He's one of like the producers on Stranger Things. And John Gemberling, who is in a bunch of commercials and stuff. They used to do a bunch of writing together, and they both loved horror movies and genre stuff. And they loved Troll 2. And so when the kid from Troll 2 got older and he made that documentary, Best Worst Movie, they brought him and a bunch of the actors to the UCB Theater in New York City and did like a whole kind of night of talking to them, and then we watched the movie, and it was so fucking great. And we ended up hanging out with the dad, who's, I forget his last name, but the actor's name was George, and he's a dentist from like Arkansas or some shit. And he was so chill. And then we ran into him again at South by Southwest, like later that same year maybe, or the next year. And he remembered us. We saw him in the elevator. We're like, hey, what's up, man? And he was really fun. He was a good guy. I didn't meet the other folks. Who else was there? The dad was there. The kid, obviously, because he directed the film. The guy that played the teenager, oh my God, he was there. I don't think the witch lady was there. The old man in the grocery store, I think he was there. And then maybe the mom, I can't remember who else. Yeah, you don't piss on hospitality. Man, you guys are making, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. It's a good one. It's so bad. And, you know, so that is like so Troll 2, you know, was a movie called Goblin, and then someone decided, oh, well, people love the first Troll, so we'll call it Troll 2 to bank on that, you know, which is, like, weird because it's not like it was a huge hit or anything. But, anyway, so that's kind of how it came about. What's very funny about that is that's not the only instance of that in horror from that time period. Silent Night, Deadly Night series, I've seen 1 and I've seen 2, which 2 has the famous "It's Garbage Day" guy, but 2's also like not even fun bad. It's just bad because the first like 40 minutes is just literally just rehashing the first movie with the footage from the first movie, and yeah, so but it's still fun. Silent Deadly Night 3 wastes Bill Moseley. Bill Moseley, who played Chop Top in Texas Chainsaw 2, and Otis Redding. He played Otis Redding. Oh my God, Otis Driftwood, which is a Marx Brother reference. He played Otis Driftwood in the Rob Zombie movies, you know, House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects and that other one. Anyways, Bill Moseley plays the killer in Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. And he's got this great makeup thing where his like brain is sticking out of his head, and he's got this glass dome. But Bill Moseley, the best thing about him is the way that he talks. And he does this rapid fire kind of blabbermouth characters, and he's great. In that movie, he doesn't say like anything. So they kind of wasted him. It's still all right. So then Silent Deadly Night 4 is clearly some other fucking movie that they decided to just shoehorn into the fucking Silent Night, Deadly Night series, because it's about like a witch and like a coven of witches in LA, and there's a lot of bug stuff, and there's really cool bug effects, and it's actually a pretty good movie, but it has fucking nothing to do with Christmas or Santa Claus or anything like that, you know? Very strange. Rock Sword Deserts. I don't know what your name is. Anyways, I think 2 is good because you can watch it without watching the first. That's a good point. Yeah, bigger one. Like, yep, that's... I know you guys are a minute or 2 behind me, or 30 seconds. Anyways, yeah, that is the weird bug one. So anyways, that's another instance where they wrote some other movie, and we're like, hey, let's do this a Silent Night, Deadly Night. And another famous example, the Die Hard movies... Number 2 maybe was written to be a Die Hard movie. Number 3 was supposed to be something else. And then some other Bruce Willis movies. There's other Bruce Willis movies that were supposed to be Die Hard movies. Like Tears of the Sun, I've never seen it. It's some Bruce Willis army guy in the jungle movie. I guess it was originally written to be a Die Hard. Very weird. That's funny, Unreliable Sasquatch. The Troll 2 director was from Italy, and he wrote it on how he thought American teenagers talked and wouldn't budge. The cast tried to tell him that American teenagers don't talk or act like that, but the director said he was right, and they were wrong. One of the best facts I've heard. Yeah, that guy, he wasn't there. I think he had passed away by the time they did that theater thing I was talking about. But one of my friends, or somebody we knew, played him in a sketch, and it was pretty much just exactly like the guy. Have I seen Never Back Down? No! I've always wanted to see the sequels because Michael Jai White's in them. I love that guy. Oh, is Nate in here? Oh, Nate's the one that asked me about Never Back Down. And you're interested in the Last of Us show? Nope. Never played the games. Heard the show's good. Maybe I'll get to it eventually. I know I feel like I mentioned this a lot, but it's something that I've really come to pay attention to, no pun intended, but, I have ADHD, and I've noticed how it affects a lot of things that I do, and I just can't, I don't have the patience to watch seasons of a TV show, or even just like multiple episodes. It's just I just can't do it. I mean, the thing about this, I started watching Seven Samurai today at 10 a.m., 9:30 a.m. It is what? Almost 9:30 p.m. I'm an hour into it. And, it's 3.5 hours long. But so, I started watching it 20 minutes in. I texted the guys, and they said nobody could do self-suck. So then I started doing this. But then I did another thing, and then I go back to it, and so many times I'll pause a movie, and then my Blu-ray player will go to sleep by the time I get back to it. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds weird, but it happens to me every time I watch stuff. So I just don't watch TV shows, because even though the episode of a show is shorter than a movie, the whole breadth of the story in a movie is more condensed. And so I feel like I like that, But yeah, it's just, anyway, so I don't get into shows. And I don't care, Last of Us, I've never had PlayStations much lately. Last 10, 20 years, so I never cared about Last of Us, But, I love Pedro Pascal, and that the girl is great, who is on Game of Thrones. It's just not something I care about, so, maybe I'll get around to it. There's just so much stuff, too, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff. Watch Poker Face. Man, I am going to watch Poker Face because I love Ryan Johnson. Oh, no! Did he say that on the internet? And I love mysteries. But man, there's nothing that makes me want to do something less than someone posing it as a command and in all caps. Because the internet just sucked all fucking politeness out of us. It's crazy. I really want to watch Poker Face. Hey, I don't pay enough attention to the chat to tell. But is Hold On and Hang On or Whore, A-Whore, or however you say your name, are you guys here yet? Say something. I'm watching the screen. Let me know if you're here. Eat cheese, Timmy. That's my old friend. SD Pride. Okay. Hold on and hang on. Is your husband or boyfriend? I forget if you guys are married. Are they here too? Are they watching? You guys both watching? Okay, he's here. Okay, great. So, Hold On and Hang On, and her pet man, I forget what the title is, are always sending me things. They live sort of near Canada. She's a great baker. She's the one that sent Sam and Zack a box of cookies once that a rat ate at the post office. But so her pet man, Mike or something, he he goes to Canada, or they live by Canada, so he sends me Canadian things. And so he sent me, maybe a year ago or a while back, he sent me some all-dressed flavored chips. And they were good. But now he sent me some ketchup chips. I did not pull the chips out of my fridge, by the way. I was getting a sparkling water. Anyways, that'd be so fucking weird. I don't refrigerate apples. I think that's weird. What if I was like, don't refrigerate fruit, but refrigerate your potato chips? Anyways, he sent me some ketchup chips. Yeah, the Ruffles all dressed are really good. Cold chips only. That'd be a great, you know what? We were talking about detective stuff, poker face. I always love detectives when they have a fucking quirk, right? That'd be a great quirk, a detective who refrigerates their chips. And like they're at a party investigating a murder, and they're like, "Are these potato chips?" And they're like, "Yeah." They're like, "No thanks, I don't do room temp." You know. Okay, so anyways, now it's time to try this. Okay, so first of all, my first impression, the ketchup flavored chip is a weird color. That's not just red, it's kind of like almost purple. It's like a weird dark red, you know, but kind of pinkish. All right. It's all right. You know, I'm not a ketchup guy. I'm a lifelong canker sore sufferer. I get really bad canker sores. I have them right now. Not herpes. Those are cold sores. Canker sores are mouth ulcers. Trying to get in there before all the fucking Jerry Seinfelds. Well, no, they're not Jerry Seinfelds because they all think of the same joke at once. He's smarter than you, even though he's kind of creepy. Anyways, lifelong canker sore sufferer, which are mouth ulcers, not herpes. And ketchup sets those off. So I'm not a huge ketchup guy. But these are all right. I'll try one more. Here's the thing, is like I've seen my dad and my uncle, I know it's genetic from their side of the family. I've seen both those guys open a bag of any kind of snacks, so like let's use this as an example, and it's like, oh, these are all right. And just keep fucking going. Like, even if they're not really that into it. It's a fucking, you know, just a thing. They both used to smoke, so maybe it's like an oral fixation thing. I don't know, but it's funny. Roxoretazorzer says, Timmy, as a Canadian, you should try Hawkins Cheesies. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the ketchup chips. They're all right. They're a little too ketchupy for me, just not a ketchup guy. So hold on, hang on. We just asked if I like the Smarties. They sent also some candy called Smarties, which are not the little chalky, tangy, sweet tart things we get. Canadian Smarties are like bigger, kind of flatter M&Ms, and they're fucking delicious. I think they taste better than M&Ms. And I've talked about this on stream before, but I love M&Ms and water. I think it's a good combo. That's weird, but I like it. Smarties are better. Sidecar. First of all, Sidecar, I love you, but that did help me. And I still stick with that. You haven't even asked me at my canker sores in like 5 years, so how would you know? Sidecar lives here, right down the street, suggested to me to stop using toothpaste with sodium lauryl sulfate in it, which I do. I've been avoiding it since then. And that definitely, switching to that, if you have a lot of canker sores, that does help. And it did help me, man, but I still get canker sores from stress, from... I got a lot right before and right after I got divorced. That's weird. Anyways, from stress, you know, bad eating. If I'm eating too much sugar or salt. Which reminds me, I got to try this nacho cheese I just made. Screw those kowtowing M&Ms. What? SD Pride08, who's a longtime friend of mine, says, just stop using toothpaste. Remove the source. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yo, this is awesome. I like your energy. Atlas Arcane. All right. Okay, so I think this cheese stuff is pretty much done. Check it, baby. Oh my god. And Sidecar, I love you. I was just being sassy. You understand. Sidecar was a great guest chef. In fact, Sidecar, didn't you tell me on Twitter today that today was exactly a year from when you came on and we made that weird-ass sauerkraut cake? Was that a year ago? Oh my god, I'm dropping everything. Where's my Timmy pig dick? Okay. Well, again, hold on and hang on. Maybe this pot holder once too. It says it's got a 7-spoke butthole on it. Anyways, there's the cheese. Covered in eyes. Yes, it was covered in eyes. That was so fucking weird. My daughter and I found those eyes when we were making cutout cookies this holiday season. And I was like, okay, you can use them, but let's not eat them because I don't know how old they are. I think they're old. Weren't they old when we used them? Because I don't know about you, Sidecar, but I did not eat much of Eric. I don't know if you did. A year ago I came also. Was that the last time, Tesla? I came earlier. I've got Reddit. Okay, so here's the... let's make sure this is warm. I mean, I think it is. Yeah, it's steaming. Of course it's warm. Good shit. Now, both these things taste good. Was there any skill involved in this? On a level of 1 to 10, 1 being no skill, 10 being fucking what this show usually is, I would say this is like a 2. You know, I mean, I cut up cheese. Although I did karate chop the cheese, so we'll kick it up to a 4 for that. I cut up cheese. I also just gleeked a little piece of chip out of my mouth. I'll have to find that later. When I sweep the floor again in a couple months. Anyways, just cutting up cheese and pouring vegetables into it and then heating it up. And the little weenies are not much different than that, so. Yeah, it's good. Anyways, these are mainly for tomorrow. Maybe I should just eat all this tonight and just have like crazy diarrhea. Dip the hot dogs in the cheese. Okay, the cheese, other people are going to eat it, so I don't want to dilute it with fucking barbecue sauce. But I'm definitely into that experiment. So we'll do a little cheese. Just to taste. And a couple of weenies. Just one, actually, is all I need. Okay. All right, fam. Let's check this out. We'll get close. Whiskey dogs. Okay, there's the cheese. Here's the barbecue soaked little weenie. Okay. That already doesn't look good. I don't like that because the barbecue sauce flavor is so pronounced that it kind of just takes away the cheesy, spicy flavor. So it just feels like you're eating a little sausage and then a bunch of ooze. So I'm not into it. Not into it. The one Mr. Luke says, "Hey Timmy, is there any reason you grew out your hair?" Thinking of doing it myself. I like having long hair. I've always wanted to. And, you know, I've been lucky enough to be in jobs now where I don't have to have short hair. This is actually, I trimmed about 5-6 inches off of it about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. But I plan to grow it out. My whole body image plan currently is when I was like 20 or 21, I had long hair and I was thinner. And I thought I looked really cool. So I'm trying to get there. So I'm trying to lose weight while maintaining the long hair. And I'll get there this summer. So, you know, and then after that, I don't know. The thing is, you know, hairline is receding, got some grays, getting old. So I think what I'll do, once I've enjoyed being thinner and long hair for long enough, I'll cut. Probably look a lot more salt and pepper than I'm even expecting to. Then maybe grow it out one more time. Then by that time, I'll be fucking way too old. And I'll just stop. Maybe what so you guys know I'm a horror movie fan. I think what I really ultimately want to do is just look like Reggie from the Phantasm series, right? He'd have a tucked in flannel shirt and jeans, showing off his cock bulge and his ass cheeks, right? And a flannel shirt. He'd have a skullet, right? Because he was bald, kind of male pattern baldness kind of thing. And he'd have a ponytail. And he fucked everybody in like every movie. So it's pretty good. Can you do a beard? Well, I'm not a beard guy, but I can't grow one. These areas, nope. Just like a very pale Irishman kind of thing. My dad has it too. His other sons, all of my other brothers. I'm the oldest of 6 kids, and I have 4 other brothers and a sister. My sister's gay, so she's already like tougher than me. And then all of my brothers have beards. They can grow full beards. I can't do it. I can grow a goatee. I can grow a nice mustache. Can't do a beard. My facial hair is a little, because this is pretty much black. My hair is more or less black, and my facial hair is like kind of red. It's weird, so. Bickham says he has incredible hair, so he's growing it out. Whitest kids were all blessed with great hair. We did all have great hair. Trevor especially, of course, but everybody has good hair. Sam has great hair. Not to toot our own horn, but as far as sketch comedy troupes go, we're probably, are we one of the best ones? I don't know, but we're definitely one of the cutest ones, right? So, but yeah, so that's my hair plan. Just look at this cheese goop. Let's get some more ASMR going. It's so goopy, it doesn't even make noise. There's a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Monty Python guys, there's some of those old pictures of the Pythons. There's that one cool one we're probably all thinking of that's black and white, and they're all kind of like sitting down and sort of maybe slight angled above them, and it's kind of medium shot of them, and they look fucking punk as fuck. They look awesome. And there's an old shot of the original SNL crew too, where they're all kind of standing there, and Aykroyd's doing this like flip of his hair like this, looking at the camera. They look so fucking cool. I feel like we had a few shots like that maybe, but there was a photo shoot we did, I think, to promote season 4, where everybody was dressed kind of nicely, and then I'm in like a shark t-shirt, and they're all, most of the photos, they're all stoic, and I'm just like, doing my fucking Timmy bullshit, just, jazz hands, whatever, Oh, man. All right, so there's the snacks. I drank the whiskey, I made the snacks, I tried the ketchup chips, which I'm sorry, hold on and hang on, tell your pet man that, not into it. That's okay. I'm going to have another chip and some cheese. I'll tell another story about Hold On and Hang On's pet man. I forget what your status is. You can remind me, or we can just keep calling him Pet Man. So he messaged me a few months ago. He was in Australia for a work trip. And ran into a guy that he had met at a previous work trip a long time ago. And they kind of reconnected and we're talking. You like Pet Man? Okay. Anyways, bring them tomorrow. I don't know what that means. Okay, so what are we talking about? Okay, so he ran into a friend of his that he knew. He basically re-met this guy when they were at a work thing in Australia. Okay, and so he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "I got married." And Pet Man was like, "Great," and they got talking about the guy's wife, and the guy was like, "Yeah, my wife's she's from Watertown, South Dakota." And Pet Man was like, "What the fuck?" And so he told me that, and I was like, "That's pretty. Watertown is only 23,000 people, if that. That's pretty crazy." But it goes on. So then he got her name from his friend and gave it to me, and I looked her up on Facebook, and we had a few mutuals, and we had 2 mutuals, and the 2 mutuals we had was a very good friend of mine, Steve, who I've known for about 20 years, and his wife. That was this gal's 2 mutuals. Turns out, this lady that married this guy who's friends with Pet Man, and they met in Australia, that lady is cousins with my good friend's wife. That is fucking crazy, right? So, and I was sitting next to my friend Steve when we found this out. I was like, "This is so fucking crazy!" So Anyways, kind of wild, right? Watertown's biggest export is people. I don't know. A lot of our people aren't this people. Or the Australian guy's wife. She's actually from Castlewood. Where, according to my friend Steve, all the ladies are foxy. And I've not seen, so far, any evidence to refute that. So, you know, they're doing great over in Castlewood. What about Vengeance is from Watertown? Oh, bring the ketchup chips to my parents. Yeah, you're right. All right, last chip. Maybe. All right, so the next move here is I'm going to let these cool down. The little saucepan that I've got the cheese in, I've got a lid here, so I'll just lid that up, put it in the fridge, take it over to Mom's tomorrow. The Smokies I will put in whatever fucking container. And then probably put in a crock pot. Although, you know what I could do? I could just put a lid on this pot here, put them in the fridge, and warm them up when I get to their house tomorrow, right? Does anybody else's moms just have a drawer of lids? Okay, that one fits on that. Because I have a couple lids that are like mismatched, but like that one works on that, so whatever. Oh, Vengeance is a Friday the 13th fan film that isn't too bad. That's cool. Do you know his name? I guess we could look it up. Sidecar. Maybe we know them. Oh, you know what else? There's a guy who was an associate producer. This is another weird thing. In 2007, I auditioned for Tropic Thunder. It was for the Blackjack role, which went to Blackjack. I was reading for the part, and there was a lady taping me. And, you know, they have you say where you're from. And I'm like, Watertown, South Dakota. She's like, my husband's from Watertown. I'm like, what the fuck? And it ended up being this guy, Cody, who I knew a little bit because he taught drama at like this summer arts camp that I used to, or he helped, he wasn't the drama teacher, but he was like the assistant at this arts camp that I used to go to. So it ended up, he got out to Hollywood, and instead of, he was a good actor, but instead of acting, he got into producing, and he worked with Wes Craven's company. And he helped produce like the Hills Have Eyes remake and a few other things. So it was really random to run into him. My SO said a bunch of those weenies were recalled. You don't even know what brand I bought. But let's just assume something horrible is going to happen because it's more fun that way. Let me look at it. Oh, Nate just sent me a really great idea to raid somebody later. My brother, okay, my brother, all my brothers are funny. One of them just texted me and said, ACAB now means all Chinese are balloons. Like, that doesn't even really make sense. I love it. Anyways. Okay. What am I doing? Why did I open this up? Oh, I'm going to look up about the weenies. Cocktail. Whoa, I spelled cocktail all wrong. Cocktail, weenie. Oh man, I'm a little not tipsy, but just kind of into it. Cocktail, weenie. God, Wernie, weenie. God, I cannot my fucking thumbs. Cocktail, weenie, recall. Ugh. All right. Plastic found in sausages forces. Okay, this is from a year ago. So we're all right. The last cocktail sausages recall I see was 2019. It was corn, which is the fake meat ones. September 7th of last year, they had a sausage recall. Panini meanies is recalled to my mouth, maybe, yeah. Oh, those were full sausages. We're okay. Tell your significant other they're a dumb shithead. What's SO stand for? Shithead officer? You know what? I live by myself. So, well, I mean, my daughter's here sometimes. She's not here tonight, but there's no one around me. Here's the thing. Because, I bought a house and I moved, for those who got here late, the reason the kitchen looks different, I bought a house a few months ago. So, up until that point, I had been renting for 20 years of my life in different places. And I had always been sharing, I guess when I lived in Portland, there was a year where I rented a house. But other than that, I've always shared a wall or ceiling or floor with somebody. At the old place where I used to do all the Zucchini Boys from, I always had neighbors upstairs. And there was that time where I didn't, which is why I was always shouting at Barb. But then my friend Rob moved in. Well, we became friends after he moved in because he's a fucking cool guy. And now he lives in Florida. And I have his golf clubs and he needs me to mail them to him. And someday we'll do it. I don't even know how to mail golf clubs. It sounds complicated. He said he'll Venmo me, so it's fine. But I got to figure it out eventually. I'm sure it's already golfing season down there. Fucking whatever. But so it's so nice to have I don't have to worry about shit. Because, also, obviously, if you scream loud enough, even in your house, someone could, be worried. But, the next house is, I'm in the middle, kind of my house right now. And the next house is way over there. There's some renters in a rental unit not too far away, but they can't hear me right now. And then the backyard, there's city-owned land behind that, so there's no one back there. So I can just, do this, right? I can just, go, hey! If I want to, R.I.P. headphone users. Sorry. That wasn't even the primal scream. That was just me. I'm not out of breath. I could just fucking be loud. What if someone is walking by? Well, we don't have a sidewalk because this town sucks. No, this town doesn't suck. There's a lot to like here. But the town is very pedestrian adverse, I would say. So there's areas without sidewalks. Now me, having grown up, become an adult in New York, Portland, Oregon, LA, I love pedestrians, and so when I'm driving, I stop for them, wave them across the street, fucking whatever, it's fine. If I'm driving and there's other cars being shitty around me, I'm screaming and yelling like I have, wherever I'm going, my life depends on it. But if it's a pedestrian or someone on a bicycle, we're cool. But around here, people don't even, especially in the winter, if you're walking somewhere, cars will slow down sometimes, what the fuck is this? And a lot of them are those trucks with a bunch of Trump stickers and shit. Because they're slowing down and look at you to be what if that guy's a gay black robot socialist? Not that they know what any of those words mean, but anyways, so don't be kind, be predictable. I don't know what that means. Okay, Pog Sweat, I kind of don't understand this story. Oh, so well, okay. At an Airbnb, my girlfriend caught a football while jumping into a pool so well that people screamed to call the cops. It was so good. The neighbors called the cops and the party had to explain the catch and screaming for cops. That's a great story, man. That's ridiculous. I love that. Oh, when it comes to traffic rules. Yeah, but also, But let people cross the street. And that's really a New York thing that got ingrained in me. Because in New York City, and people who have been there, might know it, but people who live there definitely know. New York City, pedestrians fucking run that place, really. Because, you can just cross the street, and I haven't been there in a long time, so maybe it's different. But, you can just cross the street fucking willy-nilly, doesn't matter. Out into traffic. If you get hit, you're going to get hurt, maybe, but traffic's normally going slow. But, okay, so you go out in the street, get hit, sure, but that's their ass. They're not supposed to hit you, and they'll get in trouble. You know what I mean? You can just fucking which is walk across the street, you know? Excuse me. Thank you, Lashada, or however you say that. It's been about 2 hours, so I'm going to stop, but what else I want to do? I drank whiskey, and I'm still doing it. Probably should stop. Got a pot full of weenies, pot full of cheese. Who needs friends when you have friends like these? Pot full of weenies, pot full of cheese. Who fucking needs friends when you got friends like these? Okay, this is Knob Creek whiskey. But, no, I'm not gonna eat all that cheese, Jesus. Yeah, and you know, it's just more fun to be in a house, you know, and you know I say that from a place of privilege. Not everybody can buy a house. The thing is like, so I was renting in that place where, you know, I used to live, that you guys saw from Zucchini Boiz and whatever else. I lived there for 10 years, and the first 8 or 9 years I lived there, I was getting friend prices from a family friend. But then, you know, that guy is getting older, and his health is not the best, so they sold it, and that guy upped the rent, and, you know, probably more than he needed to do, you know, I don't know, but, you know, what is he watching? Probably not. Anyways, he's a bit of a scumbag landlord kind of stereotype type. So anyways, he made it too much, and so I was like, this is fucking stupid. So I started looking for a house, and then things were looking different a year or two ago with relationship stuff. And I'm like, and then that didn't happen. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay here. So instead of paying all this rent, I'm gonna buy a fucking place. And buying a house is really, really tough right now. You know, it's like maybe it's better now. I don't know, because I bought one. I don't need to. But, you know, it was really, really hard. Basically what happens, like, my dad's even a realtor, and it still was tough. You know what I mean? Like, so we go look at a place. We found a great little house that I wanted to buy at one point, and my dad was like, well, landlord's probably going to buy this and then rent it to people for more than you would pay for your mortgage. I'm like, that's fucked up. And I think that we should encourage people to own a house just because it's good for you to do, and it's also very relaxing. I think it's better for your mind than paying rent if you can do it. And you know, there's normally programs like I got a bunch of first-time homebuyer programs. I had lousy credit, and you know, I don't have a ton of cash, but I still could do it. Anyway, so you can make it happen if you want to. But the thing is, you're looking for houses and you find this good stuff. Oh, landlord offered way above the asking price so that they would get it, and now they're going to run out to people for more than what your mortgage would be. That fucking sucks, right? So I think, yes, I'm drinking whiskey. You can tell, right? I think there should be a rule, and I live in a town where when you say rules and regulations, they think you're gonna, you know, you're Joseph Stalin. Anyways, I think it'd be good if you, when you put your house on the market, that for the first, like, let's say 2 weeks, maybe even 1 week, but whatever, you pick a certain amount of time. And in that time, only first-time home buyers can make offers. And if you don't like any of their offers, then go ahead and let all the sleazebag pieces of shit buy it. But, you know, because that's 2 categories of home buyers. But I think that'd be good, right? Buying a house seems cool until you learn about closing costs. Yeah, but you can get that figured out too. Like, we got an extra little taste on my loan to do that, you know, so it worked out. But yeah, closing costs, like, a lot of it is expensive. But then, you know, it is worth it in a lot of ways. Like, yeah, I could take a sledgehammer and knock down a wall right now if I wanted to. So maybe guys like me shouldn't have houses. But anyways... but it's very good in a lot of ways. And yeah, I do end up paying more than I was paying for rent, but it's my fucking joint, you know? And so it's cool. And, you know, there's stuff I gotta fix, but there's like, you know, there's just stuff you can do, you know? And it's great. So before I leave, this is my favorite room in the house, so let's fucking, hold on. Oh, and I like what Directrix13 says. I think sleazebag pieces of shit just shouldn't be allowed to own over a certain amount of properties per... What is it? Entity? Yeah, I agree. Then they'll just start other entities, right? Okay, so, now I can't go too far with this, but so... And there's a bunch of laundry on the floor. I gotta fold laundry. Anyways, this is the den. Look at this fucking... Here, let me We don't need this. Let me move. There's cords in the way and shit. Hold on. That's just that stupid camera that didn't work anyways. Okay. Are we good? We good? We good. So this is my den. Look at the fucking wall. Look at that print. Look at that. So when I walked in here, I liked how big the kitchen is, because here's the thing. There's the whole set from Zucchini Boiz, but look how big this area is, and there's the dining room. Yeah. And there's a living room out there in the dark. It's a big fucking place. That other lit hole there, that's the laundry room. And back there, that other door is like a kind of pantry thing. Once I get into pickling this summer, which I'm going to get into pickling. By the way. Gonna grow my own vegetables and pickle them. Sidecar, if you're still there, you're gonna have to help me with that, man. Anyways, okay. So a lot of good rooms. When I walked into this room, I was like, "Fuck yes, get me this place." So, anyways, I was talking about buying the house and how like it was very disheartening trying to buy a place and when there's always landlords trying to fucking whatever. Oh, I want to show you guys this real quick. Artwork in a house, you gotta put artwork. We do a lot of puzzles and then put the glue, then we glue them together. That's dogs at a beach. Okay, then a while ago my daughter did this little cute clown drawing for me when she was like 4 or 5, right? Okay, so then maybe 3 years ago, she was out of town for her birthday and we had just gotten into Magic cards and D&D. So I drew this for her. Did you guys know I could draw a little bit? And I drew her, that's her. It's a little light in the camera there, isn't it? But that's her. That's my daughter as a goblin. So, anyways. Now show us what the room with the old man and the VHS tapes. There's VHS tapes in there. Okay, so that's the old man room, and so that's a bookshelf there. But then that black shelf is Blu-rays, and we'll do a Blu-ray tour one of these days. There's a smaller Blu-ray shelf next to it. I'm a big Blu-ray guy now. Collect the shit out of everything. But what's also great about that room, okay, so this is an addition, right? See where this white part is between the dining room and the kitchen? This used to be the end of the house right here. There was a wall right here. And because this was a post-World War II kind of cheap housing. In fact, there's 2 houses across the street that look just like this used to. How this house used to look. But this guy lived here forever. So at one point, he fucking knocked down this wall, obviously, because he realized, like me, like, hey, I own this house. I could just fucking knock over a wall if I want to. So he did that. And then instead of just having a hole to the world, which I probably would do because I'm fucking lazy, he built this den and then made this huge-ass kitchen with that little room and this entryway and stuff. So he made this den, right? So that big gray thing there is an extra heater. And this is one of the ways that the guy is weird and genius. Maybe in the summer I'll stream from my garage and show some of his weird little gadgets out there. But so he put this weird 70s ass, like, I don't know what you would call this stuff, lattice work. And what he put it there because the warm air blows through into the kitchen that way. So it's kind of chill. And now, of course, through the open doorway as well. But like, right there, it's pretty cool. So it works really well. And also in there, I don't have enough camera rope to do it, but there's a second bathroom in there, and it had carpet. And when my mom and I were cleaning the place out before I moved in, I just took like a broom handle and went in there, and luckily the carpet was not glued down. It was just kind of laid there pretty much. Well, it probably had been glued down at some point, but it's been so long, the glue had fucking dissolved. So I went in there with a broom handle and just kind of lifted up the surely pissy carpet, probably cum and poop in there too, and just kind of went and threw it in the garbage, but like it was not cool. Shack to walk around. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just a big house. So here's the thing. So, and I mentioned this at the start of the show, and I am going to leave soon, but I'm a little buzzed and I enjoy talking about this because I think it's interesting. So, right now, we are only 2 doors away from the apartment I was in when we were streaming on Whitest Kids when we started, and Zucchini Boiz and all that stuff. Barb! All that stuff. That's 2 doors down. There's my neighbor Joel, who I've known for a long time because I've been in the neighborhood for a long time. And then on the other side is the duplex I lived in. And so I was having a frustrating time trying to buy a house because, like I said, prices were bad. there was a house down the street from here that went for like $300,000, which is crazy around here. Not crazy, but pretty crazy. So I was just depressed about the whole fucking thing. And then one day this June, I had a job thing happen in like May, and so I got a better job and started making okay, not great. Well, no, it is great. It's a great job, period. Anyways, it's just me mumbling through it from whiskey. But anyways, my job got upgraded. It was great. Shortly after that, I walked out to take my daughter to school, and I saw a for sale sign in this yard. Well, it turned out the old fellow who lived here, who I knew, because I lived in this area for 10 years, 2 doors down, had passed away, unfortunately, and his daughters, 6 months later after the winter, decided to sell it. And so we did it without realtors or anything. We just kind of fucking hashed it out. I just walked in here. Her and her sister were sitting down at the table, and I was like, hey, I want to buy it, and blah, blah, blah. And we figured it out. And it was great. So I still did all the mortgage and loan and all that stuff, but it was cool to not have to do all the like realtor stuff, So we figured it out. And what's nice is that since there was that personal connection where I was actually talking to the person who was involved in the house I can still text her stuff. Like, he has this weird gadget, some cord that you connect to an extension cord in the garage that runs in the gutters and melts the snow so that your gutters can still work. And so I had to text her the other day, where'd he plug it in or something, But anyway, so it's cool to be able to do that kind of stuff, especially because this guy. Oh, maybe I can show you guys this. One, and then I'll leave. But a lot of people's grandfathers, my grandfather too, loved fucking. They loved fucking, but they also loved hats. They loved ball caps, right? And my grandpa, my mom's dad loved ball caps, and so had so many hooks in their entryway. And so when you look, there's just you can see a few of the hooks, see? But there are so many fucking coat and hat hooks in there. And so that guy had good lord, I can't show you them all. I'm just too tethered. But anyways, there's so many fucking hooks in that room. And anybody that knows grandpas and old guys, you know what? What do they like? They like fucking people. Abby Sally's like, what is happening? Old dudes love fucking ball caps with seed company logos. If you're a Midwesterner, DeKalb or one of those seed companies. So there's I'm gonna count them. Fuck it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's at least 45. There's 45 hooks in there, minimum. There's also some of those notched metal things you can put more hooks in. So someone says old dudes love Steven Seagal movies. I'm talking about my old dudes. I'm 42 almost, so my old guys didn't fucking know who Steven Seagal was. They probably liked Rock Hudson or some shit. Anyways, but so there's a lot of hooks. And really, I think what I should do is I will do another Zucchini Boy soon. I want to figure out a regular schedule. But I want to do a show where I'm just saying opinions and stirring a pot of cheese. Right? I think it should be illegal to be stupid. Opinion on Coke versus Pepsi? Coca-Cola all the way. Pepsi's stupid. Does anyone have... Most people don't have that strong of an opinion about that, right? The fuck is wrong with me? Oh, Timmy stirs the pot. Oh, that's so perfect, fudgy stuff. Very good. Pepsi ain't stupid. That said in all caps. I riled the locals. This has been the best outro ever. What is it, 25 minutes of outro? Best Ash on Twitch says, no, I come for the Coca-Cola capital and Team Pepsi all the way. My sister lives in Atlanta now. And I thought your name said something about a witch. She works at a witch store there. So if you go to the witch store, she's like a witchy lady. Her and her fiance, they're both witchy ladies. So go to the witch store. I assume Atlanta only has one witch store, right? Yeah, first Zook in a long while is a wild success. Thank you, Panini Meaning. I thank you. Whomsteetnet says, I've never seen Whitest Kids. Is it good? No. Just watch all the Zucchini Boy reruns. Is Sam still doing it? Is that real? A Newsboy reboot? Should I just finish this whiskey? There's not that much left, right? Or is that a lot? I don't know. Wait, Best Ash on Twitch says, oh shit, I know a lot of witchy goth people in Atlanta. Maybe we know each other. Well, she just moved there like 6 months ago, but maybe. I don't know. Her girlfriend's super fucking cool, and she's cool, so we should definitely hang out with them. Anyways. Sam finally going to be a newsboy? I don't know. Someone said Newsboy reboot. I know Sam talked about it at one point. It'd be kind of funny. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap it up, I guess, but I've had fun, you know, and here's the thing, guys, and girls, and bees, well, in-betweeners, whoever, everyone, all my children. This is good, right? You stir cheese, and you just look at the camera and go like, you are all my children. 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 Happy nightmares, motherfuckers! Anyways, this has been great. So the reason I didn't do it for so long, mental health, emotional stuff, you know, death and other problems of people, you know, and then bought a house and started a new gig, blah, blah, blah. So it's been crazy. But technological issues are a big deal. And so, as I explained earlier, instead of getting complicated, which a lot of people like to do, I'm like, I'm just going to buy a big fucking cord that goes from my modem way over the fuck over there in the other part of the house and bring it over here. So that's what I did. It works. So, Zucchini Boys is back. Fuck faces. So, I'll probably do one this Thursday. We'll see. But if not, definitely next Thursday. Unless I'm in New Orleans. No. Either this Thursday or the next Thursday. Then I'm in New Orleans. Just for a few days. And then I'll do it regularly after that. Maybe every 2 weeks. So we'll see. But next one, whenever I do the next one, I'll be making my own pizza. And if I can get all the shit figured out, I'll be making the pizza entirely from scratch, meaning the dough from scratch, the sauce from scratch, and the cheese from scratch. So that'll be interesting. So we'll see what we can do. What's up, Dr. Darren? I'm literally about to leave, but that's okay. You should invite Gordon Ramsay as a guest. Nah. I'm trying to think of TV chefs I would want. Who's the smart guy? Elton Brown? He seems chill. Bobby Flay seems alright. Giada could come over whenever she wants to. You know what I mean? No, Gordon Ramsay seems like, well, what if I'm just a big prick? That'd be cool, right? Wolfgang Puck is so fucking cheesy. I'd let him come over. Same with Emerald, right? Guy Fieri, oh yeah, duh, Guy Fieri, of course. Guy Fieri's the best one of those. Yeah. Plus, I think he'd be down with this shit, right? You know, a lot of people don't know. God, just keep going on stories. Blame this, blame that. Before he had, or kind of when he started Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, he had a cooking show. And it was him and just a couple other, like, big fucking stout football player looking motherfuckers. Just, you know, it's his other good old boys from high school or whatever, right? He's just with his buddies. And they're like, it's like a bro cooking show, like hanging out with your bros cooking show. It was fantastic. His fridge had a fucking racing stripe on it. Not a lie. And the one episode I saw, he made hamburgers stuffed with like sausage and stuff. And then like huge margaritas for their lunch. And I was like, this guy fucking rules. And he does rule. And, you know, and that comedian Shane Torres has a great bit that I did on, he did on a couple of talk shows. about. He's someone I used to do stand-up with back in Portland. Anyway, Shane Torres, he's awesome. And anyways, he had a great bit about how everybody makes fun of Guy Fieri, but he's actually fucking awesome. And that's true. We've all figured it out since then. Anyways, it'd be great to have him on. Unreliable Sasquatch makes a great point. I would not want to be within 1 mile of Gordon Ramsay if you saw you working with Velveeta. That is fucking true. And these stupid little sausages. It's like so Midwestern, like poor people food or whatever the fuck he would say. But I couldn't believe you. I gotta scream so that I can stay famous. I can't believe you. You know. By the way, I just made fun of him of screaming so he can stay famous. I don't scream to stay popular. I scream because I have to. I don't think he has to. All right. That's really it. I gotta be done. So, thank you, everybody.